Hello class. Welcome to part 4 of our lessons with phrasal verbs with the verb to bring. So today we are looking at 3 phrasal verbs with the verb to bring. It is part of our 4 lessons on these phrasal verbs with this common action. So in part 1, we looked at the definition of the verb to bring. Of course, with phrasal verbs, the definition varies and the context as well. So with phrasal verbs, we look at different definitions, different contexts, and sometimes native expressions that we use with these phrasal verbs. So let's get started. Let's look at our first phrasal verb for this lesson. All right, so we have to bring around. To bring around means to change someone's view, someone's point of view, or position on a particular issue or topic. So to change someone's opinion or someone's point of view. So let's see, for example, I really disagreed with him, but he brought me around with that final argument. Yeah. So in this example, we look at someone who had an opposing opinion, but the other person was able to convince, was able to change that person's point of view with their argument. So to bring around is to change opinions or to change opinions or points of view. Yeah, points of view. So to bring around means to change opinions or points of view. Yeah, through different actions, through arguments, a través de argumentos, de opiniones, de acciones que cambies de parecer, ¿ya? Ella me cambió de parecer, me cambió la opinión, me trajo a su posición por sus argumentos, por sus acciones, etc. Pero te cambian de pensar, te cambian tu punto de vista o tu opinión acerca de un tema en particular. All right, let's look at our next phrasal verb, which is to bring something to. As we saw in our previous lessons, these parentheses indicate that the phrasal verb can be interrupted. All phrasal verbs can be interrupted by an object pronoun. Yeah, bring it to, bring them to, bring her to. These are object pronouns that make reference to the topic we are talking about, and they can interrupt a phrasal verb. So to bring something to is to cause someone or something to be in a particular state or condition. Es causar que algo o alguien esté en un estado particular, en una condición particular. That moment brought me to my knees. It was a tough time. Yeah, notice that me is causing this part. Yeah, brought me to my knees. Me is the object pronoun. That moment brought me to my knees, me llevó a esta situación. ¿Ya? Usualmente es una situación no placentera, es una situación no necesariamente positiva. ¿Ya? Me trajo a mis rodillas, fue un momento muy fuerte. ¿Ya? That moment brought me to my knees. It was a tough time. So usually this phrasal verb is used in unpleasant situations, so not necessarily positive situations. Example number 2, that immigration policy brought the country to a social crisis. Yeah? So, esta política de migración trajo al país, le trajo al país una crisis social. ¿Ya? Traerle o causar una situación particular usualmente no es una positiva. ¿Ya? Brought to. Notice that the country is interrupting the phrasal verb, brought the country to a social crisis. Si sabemos que hablamos del país, if it's a reference that we all know we are speaking about, brought it to a social crisis. Yeah, so it's not necessary to define the thing, the something or the someone if it is obvious in the conversation. Si ya se sabe en la conversación de qué se está hablando, no es necesario definir exactamente qué es, como en este caso, brought the country to a social crisis. En la conversación se pudiera reemplazar con it, si ya es obvio, ya es claro que se está hablando del país, ¿no? Entonces, mencionaría con it, ¿ok? Si es una persona, pues es lógico se usa me, her, him, etc. All right, let's go to phrasal verb number 3, which is to bring about. So this is the final phrasal verb we are looking at in this lesson. To bring about means to cause something to happen, causar que algo ocurra. For example, Marie Curie's discoveries brought about a complete change to the scientific world. Trajo, ya causó este cambio en el mundo de la ciencia, ¿no? Y también en nuestras vidas del día a día, ¿no? Technology is bringing about many changes to our society. Está causando, está como cocinando ese cambio, está causando que algo ocurra. To bring about que es causar, es que está cocinando que algo en particular ocurra. All right, so class, we are finished with our phrasal verbs with the action to bring. We have a whole playlist on phrasal verbs. We did a similar series with the verb to take, so feel free to check that out. Leave in the comments any suggestions for phrasal verbs you want to see explained. Also, if you have any topics or concepts you want to see explained, we are also excited to read those. Let us know in the comments. If you liked this series, let us know with a thumbs up, and see you next week. Nice to see you, class. Bye.